So, you're thinking of moving during the winter months. Congratulations on your next adventure. I hope your new place is absolutely perfect and that you create so many happy memories in it. I'm Hannah, a realtor with the Mayor Real Estate Group, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 main things I think you should consider if you're going to move in the winter. It gets a bad rap, moving in the winter does, but really if you plan, it's not that bad. For reference, when I took my first teaching job in Phoenix, Arizona, it was 117 degrees while I was unloading my moving truck. So after that, I don't think I will ever complain about a winter move ever again, because I prefer that to the heat any day. However, there are some things that you want to plan and account for so that you make sure you're set up for success. The first thing to consider is winter driving. If you live in or are moving to a northern or cold place, there's a good chance you're going to be driving on roads that aren't ideal and aren't totally clear. So if you've got some miles to cover, like it's not a down the road local move sort of situation, you want to make sure that you and your vehicle are prepared. So you'll want to have a set of chains in your car along with a windshield scraper and a set of jumper cables. Right? You don't want to be the person that's on the side of the road like stranded because you don't have the chains that you need to get over a rough mountain pass, and you don't want to be the person that's frantically trying to scrape their windshield with a credit card. Neither of those are a great look. Okay, so if you have these materials with you, you can pretty easily avoid those situations. Now, if there is something out of your control and you do get stranded, you're going to want to have some gear in your car to make sure that you and your family are safe during that time. Okay, I call my set of gear a survival bag, and I keep it in my car all the time, winter or summer, because I don't want to be unprepared if and when I ever have to battle the elements. So, some things I recommend having in there. Warm clothing, such as a coat, gloves, a hat, hand warmers, the ones that like activate in the heat. You're going to want a blanket, non-perishable food, but be mindful about not getting food that requires a heat source or a can opener unless you also plan to have those things with you. You want to have water, more than you think, toilet paper, a headlamp or flashlight, and kitty litter for getting out of deep ruts, which I am happy to elaborate on if you'd like. If you have pets, you'll also want gear for them. So take some extra cat or dog food, take some extra water, and a way to keep your pets warm. Now, not a comprehensive list. If you want to, you can get a pretty extensive survival bag going, right? It can take up the whole trunk of your car if you'd like. These are just some things that I like to have on hand. And definitely personalize it to the things that you know that you're going to want or need. I personally know that I won't live without chapstick, right? The day that I lose all of my chapstick is the day I lose my will to live. So I keep like 10 sticks of chapstick in my survival bag because I know who I am as a person. Okay, so do what you need to do to make sure that you're going to be comfortable and safe during that time. And I don't mean to scare you because chances are that you're never going to need these supplies, but it is definitely better to be prepared than to be sorry. All right, one last note about winter driving is to set realistic expectations of how far you can go in a day. If the roads are bad, you are not going to be able to go as fast as if the roads were totally clear and it was summertime. And please don't try because that's not safe for you or anybody else on the road. And you don't want to put yourself in a bad situation by trying to go too far. So when in doubt on multi-day trips, if I know that I have to get, or I know that I want to get this far, I think I can get this far, then I like to book a hotel in the city before that, because if roads are bad, then I'm not pushing too far. And if roads are fine, I have a little extra downtime. And I'd much rather have that than being stressed out because I'm pushing forward in bad conditions and wishing I'd booked a closer hotel. So that's my recommendation. The second things to consider is your walkways. Is the walkway from your front door to your moving truck clear of ice and snow? If not, you want to make sure you can do everything in your power to make sure that is the case. Right? Whether you are unloading your moving truck or you're having someone else do it for you or with you, you do not want to risk a fall while someone is carrying something heavy. So if you pull up to your new house and the driveway is a mess, the walkway is a mess, take some time to clear it off before you start unloading. I promise it'll make a difference. So plan ahead, keep a snow shovel handy in the back of your moving truck so you can just pop it out and start shoveling right away. I know that you are excited to get started unpacking and get moved into your new space, but really taking those extra few minutes to make sure that you and the people with you are safe is totally worth it. The next thing to consider is the inside walkways. If there's snow or ice or rain, mud, whatever outside, you do not want that getting into your new house, right? Partially because you don't want to start out with it being filthy and having to clean immediately, but also because slippery floors are a hazard to the people that are with you and to you while you're carrying heavy things. So you can plan ahead for this by just having some old towels handy. You can lay down to keep those walkways covered and keep them nice and slip-free. Just make sure that those towels don't get all bunched up and create their own tripping hazard. The fourth thing is to plan a warm meal. I feel like this is good advice for any move, but have a plan for your meals. You're going to get hungry, and then you're going to get cranky, and then your "yay, we just moved in" photo is going to look like this. So plan ahead, know where you want to get lunch or dinner from, maybe even consider taking orders from your group ahead of time, so that way when it is time to order that food, you sense that people are getting hungry. It's a super easy process because you're not making a bunch of extra decisions right in the moment. And if you've got people helping you move, definitely plan on feeding them too. You do not want them to be hungry and cranky. You want it to be a pleasant experience for everybody, or else they'll never help you move again, probably. So those are my top 4 tips. If you've ever done a winter move, I would love to hear in the comments what your best tips for moving in the winter are. I'm sure I missed something, and I know that together we can create an awesome community of resources for people who are considering doing a winter move. If you're new here, please like and subscribe so that you can see all of our future videos. I'm Hannah Monday with the Mayor Real Estate Group, reminding you that life is short, so love where you live. I'll see y'all next time.